Hello everybody. Time for a vlog post from one of my favorite spots up on the Butte, Spencer Butte in Eugene, Oregon. It's a nice crisp morning, a little bit of snow on the ground still. But without further ado, the vlog post today is, do we want to call ourselves something? A Christian, a Buddhist, a Hindu? And do we know what it clearly means? What about an atheist, agnostic, or of no belief? In the grand scheme of things, trust we transcend all things. For example, to be an atheist, agnostic, or of no belief are but steps in the stream of life. Just as a child is learning to find their way, these three are doing but just the same. Don't believe, then observe. Observe at the very least that oftentimes any of these three come together as a group. Now, are they not coming together to be a greater thing? They claim of believing there is nothing grander or unknown, but being something as a group is becoming grander in itself. I suppose a paradox to life. Throw in the observation of a caterpillar becoming a butterfly, and I would argue we just witnessed an afterlife. But we all must see to believe. Step by step we will get there, but those steps first start with a crawl. But I trust if we are not on our knees, we are getting there. And to be fair, these steps are relative to our own beings in life, for even the most advanced is a child to the next. A Fibonacci sequence at the very essence, but in a metaphysical means. Now here we stand in today's time and age. So what is the next step, or even the space in between? Perhaps time, as time is the gap between the past, the present, and the unknown. However, in the ocean of life, we are all one and the same. It's not until we are divided into rain do we begin to experience our journey in life. First a drop falling from the sky, then a trickle as a creek starts to form, a stream, a river, and then on to the next life. And for some, this means a different form. But now we are talking about sprinting, and here we are getting off our knees, or even a seed cracking its hole to start life. So now that we are starting to grow, what do we want to be? Do we want to be a wheat or a weed? Something good to consume or to become, in its true essence, is something grander than ourself. For it is not true we are what we eat. Do we eat weeds or do we eat fruit and meat? And do these things not become us? Now where do we go? For a Christian, I would say we use our free will to choose what we become on a given day, where a Buddhist does not mind either way. For is not a weed eaten by a goat one day? So who is to say what is good or bad, or right over wrong, but time itself? This would be the Buddhist way. The Christian says enough is enough. We will have God's way and overturn tables when the time comes. We live by divine law to protect the innocent and give a voice to the unheard. To end usury by carrying a sword and burning with words. To stand by what is righteous, knowing with full faith eternal life with God is worth the ultimate price to pay. For without God, life itself would cease to exist, becoming a blag blowing in the wind, or as Jesus would say, a body with no head. As for Hindu, well, we will get there one day. But for now, let's start with where we are today. Do you feel guided to be a certain way? To be a warrior and to protect the space in between? A gardener to foster life? Or a sparrow in the tree? Remember, we transcend all of life at any given point across time and space. The price of life is free will. But trust, once experiencing the eternal life of God in heaven, there is no turning back, for God is the sun on the face on the coldest of days. With love and gratitude, Son of the Kingdom, Duran, number 116. Yes, signing my God-given name is a choice. To acknowledge the hair on the head is nothing more or less than respect in which we all have a place, even if hairs come and go, or risk showing ourselves. Have a blessed day.